And I expect that if they do that, you're going to see a lot of hurt credit unions. I'm not big on that. I just don't think it's a good idea. If I was in a credit union, I certainly wouldn't want to see their rules diluted and the amount of money they can lend increased. It's just a prescription for disaster. We got Mariana here. Now that it's come to light that Goldman had a hand in hiding Greece's debt problems, how many more countries are they involved with, and how do they cheat the system? I don't know, but I do know they were involved with Italy. We'll have to see. Instead of the American people having all these tea parties, why do they not demand that Goldman Sachs and J.P. Morgan be shut down and the buildings be blasted, the kingdom come? Sounds like she's got potential to be a bomber here. Wow. They are the core of the world's problems, and a stop needs to be put to it. Well, she's right. And we'll get around to sorting out Goldman Sachs and Morgan and Citigroup and so on. Their time will come. My next question's too long, and it's a good one. They're all good. This is a little bit interesting because it's different.
Well,
I saw a piece today on the scam of the century on CNBC, and the guy that told, he wrote a book, No One Would Listen, a true financial thriller by Harry Markopolos. And he told those people at the SEC for 10 years, provided all the proof, and they wouldn't do anything. The SEC should be disbanded, and the appointments in the SEC should come from business all over the United States, and it should be a quasi-government organization like the NESD, with the ability to bring criminal charges as well as civil. The SEC is nothing but a cover for the large firms. That's it. It's always has been, and I've always complained about it, and that's another reason I wasn't very popular in the brokerage business. The people who ran the companies didn't like me, and neither did the government. Of course, they were in bed together, and I had to have my own firm, otherwise I couldn't function.
Was that your question?
Well, I got to wait. I got one here, and I'm going to do it after the break.
Yes, because we're just about down there. I have a couple of...
Oh, my goodness.
What's that?
Nothing. I thought I'd get your attention.
Yes, you did. You got my attention.
You know, you young women are very flighty.
Oh, yes, I wouldn't. Anyway, moving right along. Yes, we do have some...
no, you don't.
That are coming in. Yeah, we do.
How many you got?
A few.
A few.
A few.
I'm glad you get so many words today.
Hey, here's a question real quick since we're talking about the banks, and this came in from Philip. Person needs to get their money out of banks. He agrees. What about brokerage houses such as Charles Schwab?
Well, I think the brokerage houses are going to fare better, even though a number of them will go under. They'll be absorbed by other firms that don't go under. There's a lot of very solvent firms out there, and they will absorb them. And if all brokerage firms were to go under, the government would take them all over and set up a national brokerage firm. And once the problems had passed and markets were open again, let's say in 2 or 3 months, what they would do is probably sell off the accounts and sections to new firms which would come into being. So I'm not too concerned about that. I mean, you know, you own part of a company. or companies. It's different. It's different than even Treasury. The government's bankrupt. Business isn't as yet.
And we're at Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melanie Cedars from today's the 1st of March, 2010, and I'm just going to go over the markets here. Gold was down 70 cents today at 11.18. We have silver down 6 pennies today at 16.45. Platinum was up 4 at 15.49, and we also had palladium up 3 at 439. 800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs. And, of course, if you'd like a complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, please give us a call on our 800 number. And, Bob, would you like to tell us about the International Forecaster, please?
It's about business, finance, economics, and social and political issues all over the world. We publish on Wednesdays and Saturdays by email. It runs around 40 pages each time. And we have a hard copy that goes out to those who are not on the Internet twice a month. We send out free introductory copies, and they're current. I mean, if we were publishing on Wednesday and you emailed us on Wednesday, or Melody, you get a copy that day. If you'd like to look at our site, that address is theinternationalforecaster.com. theinternationalforecaster.com. If you would like to ask a question, you can email us, bob@intforecaster.com. bob@intforecaster.com.
1-800-375-4188 for your complimentary issue to the International Forecaster, and, of course, your gold and silver coins here at Discount Gold and Silver. And a couple of things that I've noticed, promotions. I've seen silver rounds selling for like $20. Folks, you don't need to pay those same silver rounds. You can, get like $2 less. You do not need to pay $20 for a regular silver round. Same type of silver round. Got the buffalo on one side and the Indian on the other. They're not special. They're just regular silver rounds. So if silver's selling at $16.45, you can get them, roughly around $18. So you don't need to be spending $20 plus for silver rounds that are just generic. So, and a lot of calls on Swiss francs, and they're not a fifth of an ounce. They're 0.1867. So be careful if you think it's a fifth of an ounce. They're a little bit less than a fifth of an ounce. And so just give us a call on those. I was running about $10 less in price on those. So, and anything else, folks, we talk about coins that I don't think you should be buying. I think there's other things. But if you come across a coin, price it out. Give me a call. I mean, I can certainly have access to all coins. And if that's the type of coin that you want, well, I will offer to you at a lot lower price. So, give me a call on any coin out there at 800-375-4188. And do you have any other questions, Roberto?
Yeah, I have something to add here. I just got the prices on the shares. And interestingly, gold was about more or less even today. And AEM was up 2.08%. GG was up 1.69%. MFN was up 3.26%. And SSRI was up 1.82%. And so that bodes well for tomorrow. The professionals obviously see higher prices tomorrow. I do have new short positions, and I have increased on 3 of those stocks. And that's good, because they got to cover sooner or later. And so anyway, that probably up until last week was a factor in the shares not performing better than they had. And the same is true with gold. They're in the bullion market, and they're trying to hold the price down. And they increased their shorts last week. I think the net was, they increased it around 18,000. That's crazy. But anyway, they did it. And I would have suspected they would have done more covering. But, you know, there's no logic in our government, and that's who's doing it. So with that said,
we were talking about you mentioned Greece and